Down there on the table we have like 3 components, one which is Arduino, then a 4.7K resistor, and then you have this 1 emitter temperature sensor which is DS18B20 temperature sensor, and we will finish it together. We will be able to see how to use DS18B20 or waterproof temperature sensor with Arduino, including how it works, wiring, codes, and then we will be able to see or to read its readings from water that we will be having in our grass. So before continuing, what is really the DS18B20 temperature sensor? You see it is made by a stainless steel probe, then a wire which is up to 1 meter. But for connecting it into Arduino, I add some jumper wires, made jumper wires, and of course it is said to have high accuracy up to plus or minus 5 degrees Celsius. Then it has a long cable as you see, and then it have the ability to connect multiple sensors on one wire. Means you can read temperature from different sensors of the same kind running one program. This communicates using a protocol called OneWire communication. That means that only one data pin or one data port of microcontroller is needed. Each sensor has a unique address. That's why previously I told you that you can read the multiple sensors into one pin. Then the component needed is, as said before, to read the temperature using DS18B20. Then according to the connection of it to microcontroller or Arduino, you see that it has 3 wires, one which is red, and then it is a plus 5 volts VCC. Then you have a data which is yellow and the black which is ground. But to pull up the readings from the data, we have to connect a resistor of 4.7K between the data and the plus VCC, means plus 5 volts. Let me have it connected to Arduino, then you jump right to the codes. Okay guys, you see that I have the Arduino connected with the sensor, and you see that pull up resistor between data and then plus VCC, because VCC is connected on this red wire of the sensor and then supplied via this violet jumper wire. We will read the data from Arduino pin 2, and let's go on the computer and see how we can configure the IDE, the Arduino IDE, to start reading the temperature. Okay guys, now you see that we are in Arduino. I'm running Arduino IDE 2.3.6, and of course we will start by installing the needed libraries, and we will need 2 libraries, which are one called OneWire and then the other called DallasTemperature, and we're gonna search those libraries. So we'll come to libraries, then sketches, come to libraries, then there search for the first library called OneWire, and then we install that library, and boom, we see that the library is done installed. The second library is DallasTemperature. I'm gonna copy and then paste it in libraries, then we install the first one thanks to Mirror's button, and you see that the library is done installed. The code we will be using is already prepared, and then there are days here, and if I try to verify if the codes will perform the work, you can see that the code is done compiling. So I'm gonna plug the Arduino to the computer, and you will hear that sound that the Arduino is already plugged. There you see that the port is already assigned. So I'm gonna hit upload, check to the red status there, and you will find that the codes first done compiled, and you see that the codes are done uploading. Let's first explain the code. You see that we started calling the libraries, and then this is to define the pin on which the temperature sensor is connected, and then call upon the object, and then in the void setup we begin the sensor, then begin the serial monitor to enable the serial monitor to be initiated, and then we read the temperature, and then print the temperature on the serial monitor with a delay time of 1000, means the interval time that will enable us to read change in the temperature that will be read by temperature sensor. So I'm going to open the serial monitor, and then you see that we are reading 25 degrees Celsius while the sensor is outside of water. So I'm gonna bring a glass of water, here is a glass of water, and I will put the sensor in the water and then check if I will get different readings. Then you see that you are taking 24. So we are having 24 from 25 that we were reading before we put the temperature sensor in the water. Then you can see that the temperature sensor responds to the change in temperature, and if I remove it in the water, you can see that there is also a change in the temperature. Guys, thank you for watching this video. If you find it helpful, please subscribe, give a hand by liking this video, and share to anyone whom you think may need this video. Ciao, bye, we love you.